So here I am. It's been a year. In March 28th, I've completed 1 year doing Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya that I learned from Isha Foundation and Sadhguru. And I learned it online. I'm Alice. I'm speaking from Brazil. Right now I'm with 33 years old, and I decided to do this video here for you that just started Shambhavi, and for you that are thinking about doing it but you haven't decided yet. And the reason why I wanted so much to record this video right now with 1 year of Shambhavi is because I believe in a few time I won't even have something to tell you guys, because everything in my life is falling into places, you know. Everything is starting to be in the right place, you know. So my need to measure things has dropped down. My need to plan things, you know, it almost disappeared, because everything is just going with the flow and I'm enjoying it a lot. When I started Shambhavi last year, we are in the middle of the pandemic, and my boyfriend had just finished with me, and I was alone in my apartment for 3 months. I was going insane. I couldn't sleep. I was having panic and paranoia, thinking I was really unhappy. I stopped working, and everything in my life was crashing, you know. And when I say now, it looks like I'm talking about someone else, because right now I still have some thinking. I still have some concerns about my future. Am I going to be alone? Am I going to find somebody to share life? About my work, am I going to be able to have the proper life that I want, the prosperity that I want? Am I going to have a good work that I can earn some good money and have comfort? And I still think about it, you know. I believe these are things that most of us want, but I don't drive into desperate thoughts about it. I don't get concerned about it anymore. It feels like if all your troubles slowly start to distance from you, you know. So for me, it was really slow. It wasn't something like magic that, and then I started to do Shambhavi and everything just went away. Only good things. No, for me it wasn't like that. It was really slow. Day after day, I started to have this distance between me and problems, between me and thinking process. So now, 1 year later, I find myself in situations that they use it to drive me crazy, and I just don't care anymore. I'm able to watch my mind starting to think something bad about something, and I just look at it, and it's not a part of me anymore, you know. I've got myself into situations that everybody was freaking. And I started to laugh, you know. It's really magical, and Shambhavi is something really hard to describe, because in the beginning, when we start, we want to share. I wanted to share with everybody, like, oh my god, my body is stronger, and I'm taller, and I sleep less, and I'm more energetic, and I feel more balanced. And we have a lot to share, because in my case, I was measuring everything, trying to control everything, because I wasn't happy about my life. And the reason why Shambhavi is so hard to describe is because it changed your entire life, and it changed it from a bigger place, you know. So I was thinking about how can I explain people, because it's so good, everybody should have the privilege to taste it, you know. And how can I explain that? And I was thinking like, we humans, we have kind of two different dimensions, you know. One would be thinking, and the other would be experience itself. So when, for example, we are talking about sunlight, I don't need to believe sunlight. You don't need to believe sunlight, because you have a proper way to perceive it. My eyes can see the sun coming down and up, and my skin can feel the warmth of the sun. So when we talk about sunlight, nobody needs to explain you what is sunlight. I could tell you, well, it's something that warm all the planet, but it's nothing like you just feel sunlight and you know it exists. And the other dimension, this is experience. The other dimension is the explanation of it. And they are so different, you know. Another example, your mother, for example. If I ask you to tell me, how does your mother look like? You would tell me, my mother is tall, my mother is short, my mother is sweet, my mother is angry, my mother used to do this and that, and she doesn't like that. But nothing that you ever tell me would be next to the experience that you have in being loved by your mother. You just feel the connection between you and your mother, and this is a whole different dimension. So Shambhavi is like the sunlight, and the Shambhavi is like the love of your mother. It's nothing that you can explain. I can tell you pieces of it, but it won't make sense, you know, because you have to experience it. So Shambhavi, you just do it. You do it for a year, and you'll never doubt it anymore, because you will be feeling. You will see the changes in you, the changes in your life, and you will be the person that will have a hard time trying to explain everybody what's Shambhavi. Shambhavi is like oxygen, you know. You have to taste it, and it's the best thing I ever find in my entire life, and it's my wish that everybody have the privilege to do it, and to taste life in this comfortable place, very next to total happiness, you know. I still have my problems, they are getting each time smaller, so when I count my time and I started to, I don't do this anymore, but if I need to, I would say I'm going slowly to total happiness, you know. And I believe everybody deserves this. So love and peace, and if you have the chance, do it. Do it without asking, do it without expecting anything. I know you guys hear this a lot from everybody. Like, don't expect anything, just do it. The reason why we talk about that so much is because it's true. It doesn't work like I want something, it works like you have what you need. And that's it. Love you guys.